Okay, the microphone is back on. I don't know if the stream is back on. I hope it is. That's the third time since I got home that the internet turned off. Somebody must be playing with the wires. Wow. So if something happens and the screen stops, hey, it ain't me. It's something with the internet service provider. And it is what it is. I can't fix it. They can, though. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Happy Monday, August the 14th, as some of you are already on the 15th. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you on board. Of course, last night we watched our wonderful Mount Etna erupt, and it did indeed, and that's what you're seeing on the screen right now from last night. Very early in the morning, actually, 1:23 a.m. is about when that was happening in Sicily. And of course, Yvonne is all disappointed because she couldn't be there. It was such a lovely thing. Well, at least you know it's not rats chewing the cables because you live in Alberta. Yep, that is very true. The only thing we have that is called a rat is a muskrat, and that's a different species. They live in ponds, similar to beavers, so all good. Anyway, welcome. I'm glad to have everyone here, and happy to see all of you. Pardon me. It's been a Monday for me. We're blaming Wonky. Okay, and we can blame Wonky Donkey. Let's do that. That is all good. Anyway, we'll start out by saying welcome to our wonderful moderators. We have Arizona Snowman and Piggy, and Sue is here, and Yvonne Kunkel is here. Siggy, and also we have who is it? And there's C&D Boy, as well as Siggy and Gary 24/7 Live. He's at Skies, and possibly Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields, Texas, and Mona Lisa Smiles, and just to mention some of them. There are others that may pop in at time to time, so all cool. Anyway, for those good people here who weren't around last night, we did extend the stream, and we ran till about 10 p.m. last night, watching Etna do its beautiful thing. And of course, when you're looking at that eruption, it was indeed a pretty nice looking eruption. Off to lurkers for a bit. Be back later. Linda, thanks. And Linda was here watching it last night, so it's all reruns for her. But Linda, if you take off, you're going to miss what I've got in store here. Our good friend Michael has sent some more. Has done he was actually up there last night or this morning doing stuff, and we do have some live, well, it's not live, but close-up footage that we're going to show right away. That Etna doesn't put anyone in danger, does it? Well, yes and no, J-Cell. Etna, just a normal eruption like this, is not that bad, but it has the potential for being bad, but technically most people around the area are used to that, and it's not that bad right now. So define a danger. Yeah, exactly, Kim. But you know, I think Etna will it'll be okay. Yeah, it can be a really nasty volcano. Yes, J-Cell, it can be life-threatening at times, but for the most part, most eruptions are relatively, I won't say they're calm, because usually they're not. When you're looking at this on the screen, what you're seeing is plumes about 200 meters in height. That's about 600 feet. So, you know, there's certain things that we have to be careful with as definitions of danger. Etna destroyed the city of Catania a few hundred years ago. Yeah, a few hundred years ago. And it could definitely do some other stuff. But I think, wow, Mars are throwing out a wonderful $2 super chat to start things out. And by the way, Lizoid, I hope you got your cookies. And let's put the Mars 2028 up there. And throws in a $2 super chat to start things off. Thank you. Happy Independence Day to the people of India. And yes, India, congratulations on that. A wonderful anniversary of independence. So pretty cool. Let's see. I got them, Dr. Fox. Thanks. Okay, awesome. Lizoid, since Lizoid was first today. Anyway, instead of looking at this boring dreck, let's show you some real stuff. A little closer. Oh, I shouldn't call this dreck. This is actually a pretty darn good footage, if you ask me. And I did like the fact that they were able to zoom in on it the way they did. And it did get a lot smokier later on, but that's okay. Anyway, I do want to show you the other footage from Michael, and of course Michael is Active Nature is his channel, and we will get that up there. And let's see if we can do his real quick here. Copy of that. I want to copy his name. Well, how about I just type it in? Active Nature. Why can't I spell today? Nature. There. With a capital N. There we go. I'm Active Nature. And I'm going to put the link to this video. I'm going to actually paste it up at the top. You guys can go peruse it later. If you have not subscribed to Michael's channel, Active Nature, please do consider subscribing. He does do some wonderful work. Anyway, let's let it rip. There is a volume, so I will let that play and I'll be quiet. Get too close. There's a smoke ring, one of Etna's traits. She makes smoke rings, even at night. This is cool. You see that one vent? It's like a rocket engine. kind of reminds me of Independence Day. Wow, eh? Okay, so that's it for that video, you guys. I'm not sure what you think of it. I'm going to leave that. We'll show it again later. For right now, we'll leave it parked. We'll put it back on the other one while we kind of talk about things. But that is from Michael from Active Nature. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat box in blue. If you haven't subscribed to his wonderful channel yet, please do go there and subscribe. He does have some awesome stuff on there, and of course he lives down there, so he gets to put up his videos there fairly quickly. And of course we've brought Michael from 430 subscribers well over that 1,000 mark, and he's still growing. So he's got lots of good stuff. Yes, Mars, he certainly does. And because he lives there, he gets to do it on occasion and when things are happening. So pretty awesome, and I kind of like it. Anyway, I did start late, and I thought, well, we're going to just kind of keep going here. I am going to take a couple minutes out, but we'll leave the lovely lava on, and I will come back in a few minutes after a little bit of a break. So hang in there. Fingers crossed that the internet does not shut off again. Like I said, 3 times since I got home, and that is not good. So it is time for me to take that break. I'll let you watch this stuff in the meantime. I know it's, it's tough watching this, but I'm sure you guys will grin and bear it for now. It's only lava and a volcano. I think it's absolutely awesome footage. The guesstimate is that this thing was going over 300 meters in height, and when you see some of that lava going right up off the top of the screen, that's roughly about that 300 meter mark. So it is flying, and that is a long distance shot. Not uncommon for Etna to do that. So enjoy that. I'm going to go take a few minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling, and the lava will stay on, and I'll be back soon. go. That microphone is back on. Sorry for the extra delay. I had a phone call that wasn't a very pleasant one. I have several friends who both are named Harry. Well, one actually goes by Harold a little bit more, but I just got word. He's a year younger than me, and he passed away. So, not good, not good. Anyway, I'll try to keep going here with the show. But, yeah, things happen. It is. Anyway, let's try to keep going here, at least for right now. We'll see how I do in a little bit. Anyway, yeah, it's not good. Apparently, he passed away of a heart attack last night, so always something. So it is the way it is. So when I say those words, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, I mean them. I really do. Yeah, it's tough. You don't always get to see or hear or do things. That buffering there was from the other stream, so that was buffering last night a little bit too. Anyway, yeah, just trying to do things here just gets a little tough sometimes. So, anyway, let's leave our wonderful Mount Etna for the time being, and we will go have a look quickly at what is happening at Iceland. And let's see if I can get on the right screen here, and hopefully we'll be able to find the proper one. Hang on, Iceland, what are we seeing on there right now? It's that one. Let me see if I can locate that. There we go. And let's take a look at possibly this one, only a little bit earlier, and we'll see if we can see what it looked like there in Iceland earlier today. Since it is dark, this was from about 1856, and there you can see our wonderful Rebbe in the sunshine. And yeah, you can see not much happening there, unfortunately. I'm trying to find where the close-up view is. Maybe it's in this folder here. Completely black screen, so that helps. Let's back that up a little bit. And there we go. Yeah. Anyway, that is what the view was like, and that one is from 1806. We can see quite a bit of the discolored material there, and in this area as well as over here. You can see the sheen of green and yellow in there. That, of course, is sulfur. You can see the red in there. That's iron, and that's what you're seeing within that caldera, the build of that little cone. It is what it is, and it looked a little bit, they were a little closer earlier, so let's look at that. Yeah, it's not smoking a heck of a lot. This was earlier, from 15 something, or around 3 p.m. 15, 16. It's really hard to see that clock on the bottom. Anyway, that's what we were seeing. and really not that much happening there, unfortunately. And I wish there was more happening. And of course, I'm going to see if we can get to our harmonic tremor chart real quick and find it. Let's see if we can locate it. There's the ODF chart. Going to refresh and see if that will show up. And we'll have a quick peek at it and see what's there. And that is this one, of course. Let's see if that will fix that just a little. And there we go. As you can see, that event yesterday with all the quakes in there, and it did really shake up the area. And of course, the tectonic activity stopped. We see the magmatic going down, the seismicity going down, and that tectonic action as well, heading to the floorboards. So that is kind of what we were seeing there. A quick peek at the earthquakes, and and that's where the other one is. I knew it was there somewhere. And let's get on that. So yesterday we peaked out at about 580 earthquakes last night, and they have taken a bunch off already. One of the things I did want to point out, you see up north here, we do have quite a few up in the north, and that swarming area also up there. Almost a surface quake, 3.5, and that happened right at midnight. Next ones, if I can get in zoomed in a little bit, 3.18, 9.8 kilometers down, what was it, 3:15 this morning. The other one is, I didn't want that, I wanted the quake, 3.54, 10 kilometers down, 39 seconds after midnight. The other one here is from 4:35 this morning, 2.45, 10 kilometers down. This one 3.51, and that one. So one is 10 kilometers down, the other one is like a surface quake. And those are sizable. Let's move down a little bit further. 2.76.5 kilometers down, 1649. 2.12, 10 kilometers down, 435. 2.1, 5.2 kilometers down, 1644 for him. And then we get a little closer to Grimsey, and there's the island of Grimsey there. And we do see these three, not that big, but 1.26, 10 clicks down, 2:06 a.m. The other one is a 1.21, 10 clicks down, 2:16 this morning. At 11:01 we had 0.72, 2.9 kilometers down. And then we've got a whole bunch more quakes. Now, the thing that I was kind of mentioning about these ones up here, way out here, of course, those are basically on that mid-Atlantic ridge and going all the way through Iceland. And of course, that was what we were seeing coming out here through our wonderful Reykjanes Peninsula, and then getting out into this area where it was swarming. And it was continuing to do that. We still see some good ones here. 4:08 this morning, 3.21, 11.6 clicks down, 3.31, 10 kilometers down from 3:56 this morning. And the list goes on. As you can see, there are so many quakes in there. No sense in counting them. We don't see that much new stuff out here. This one was from 1:12 a.m., 2.8, 400 meters down. And we had those other quakes out in this area yesterday. The fact that we're seeing quakes on both ends of Iceland, both up in the top and down in the bottom, to me suggests that we are seeing some tectonic plate movement. and that is what we've got kind of surmised this to be. So very interesting. Let's take a look at the area here for our wonderful Ragnar, or not Ragnar, for our wonderful Rebbe. And of course the outline for Fragile Field is this one here. And what we're seeing is about 6 quakes in the area. So let's start down here, and these are within that area. 106 this morning, a 0.5, 11.1 kilometers down. A 0 from a 6.3 clicks down from a 545. And 0.21, 8.5 kilometers down. 646, and then we got a 0.82, 7.6 kilometers down, 1139, a 0.03, 7.2 clicks down from 1214, and then this one a 0.28, 7.4 kilometers down, and that is from 553 this morning. So that is what is kind of happening there in Fragile Field area. If we go over a little bit, I want to see these other ones. 0.7, 6.1 clicks down. This is closer to the Blue Lagoon, which is right in here. Anyway, 1449 for him. Next one, 0.3, 5.2 kilometers down. 1401, 0.04, 3.1 clicks down from 1415. 0.13 kilometers down, 254 this morning. This 0.1, 8.5 kilometers down, 109 this morning. 1432, we had a 0.03, 5.6 clicks down, and near the airport there, a 0.8, 12.4 kilometers down from 3:47 a.m. So kind of shows you that we've got some stuff fairly deep, some not so deep, and we only see one over at Askia, 1.4, 3.3 clicks down, 2206, one at Katla, 0.15, 4.3 kilometers down, 10:31 is the time on him, and then we've got some other stuff just scattered throughout. So it is a time for me to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, and I do need to do that. I'm going to put you back on the lovely lava, and hopefully the internet will stay up, and we'll let that play. And yeah, I'm going to go take, I wonder what the heck Hecla is waiting for. Hecla is waiting for a while, and that's okay. I'm sure it'll pop soon enough. And yeah, I was looking for some of the other streams there, seeing if they had anything on last night as well. So I think that this one was about the best one out of the batch. Anyway, we'll let that play while I am on a break. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make a quick phone call here, and let a couple other people kind of know what I just found out. So be good, you guys, and don't go away. More show coming up after the break. Of course, we will have bacon seeds and maybe some funny stuff in there. Yep, I'm trying to be Matt. I'm trying to. All right, be good. Hit the like button if you haven't done that as of yet. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please do get that subscribe button a quick bop. And on that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7, or maybe 8 minutes, and we'll be back. And don't go away. We'll come back with bacon seeds. Thanks. there we go. That microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. And, of course, that is Mount Etna from last night, or I should say this morning, depending on where you are, this wonderful planet. And thank you for the welcome backs there from who all said welcome back. I see somebody said it earlier and I missed it. Oz, welcome. Thanks, Oz. And we also have the welcome backs from Tanto and Old Mummy of Hamsters saying welcome back, Uncle Doc, as well as Mars 2028. Thank you. And Nancy Buchanan and BMAT saying a 5x5 wonky donkey. Foxinator, Volcanator. Okay. And thanks, Giselle. And I hear you, Dr. Etna 2000. What happened, Sharon? Boy, oh boy. And thank you, Kathy and Aloha. And all right, I did say it's a time for bacon seeds after the break, so we will get into those. I'm going to pause our semi-canned lava. It's still hot in the can. Very, very hot in that can. Anyway, let's go over and we'll have a look at some bacon seeds. And hopefully I've got those loaded correctly. And there's the one from yesterday, last one that we seen. And of course our wonderful Piggy sent some more. Hot, don't touch, yep, and it'll be a bit pretty bad. Yeah, distracted by the Great Etna lava dock. And, you know, I'm trying to keep a lively experience for everyone on here. Some days are just not as good as others. Anyway, here's our first bacon seed. And that is a pretty neat looking one. This one was going out shopping, apparently. And gets to ride around in the buggy. And so I guess that is pretty cool. And next, of course, is this one. And you have your ice cream, and then you have a nap. Dr. Pig 1000, no. Nah, we don't worry about that there, Alan. Next one is this one here. If you don't like pigs, that's telling you what you can do. I like that. Don't get a brain freeze. No, you don't want to do that. And that is all good. Next one, Billy Bob Joe is here. Welcome, Billy. And next one is this one, singing a song for you. I'm not sure what he's singing, or she, but definitely singing for you. And that is pretty cool. And the next bacon seed is this one. And look at that. Looks like a smirky looking fluffy, I don't know, fluffy pig, piglet, I don't know what you want to call it. And that is a pretty awesome looking, looks like not malnourished, so very cute. I gotta love it. And of course we got Piggy to thank for all of these. And Piggy is hopefully sleeping right now. That would be a nice stuff. Pig fluff, yeah. Hopefully a Piggy is smiling like that with some sleep on her pillow. That would be really cool. Next one is this one. And that is another one, little guy, or little girl I should say, dancing around on the wooden floor there. They enjoy dancing, I think. Well, that is pretty awesome. And next bacon seed is this one. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but those look like eggs to me. And that is no chicken. Nice blue eyes on that little guy, though. Tap dance with trotters. Yep. Farmer pig, Easter pig, maybe. Getting, or he's just checking in on how everything is cooking there, or brewing, or brooding. Brooding. Anyway, here's our next one, and that is definitely a lovely little bacon seed with her wonderful bow tie, and that is a beautiful future breakfast. Yep. Yeah, bacon and eggs, and that's it there, Henry. What a way to go. And our last bacon seed for today is this one, and that one is another one of these smirky looking ones. Oh, he's brought some flowers, and of course he's a boy with his blue bow tie doing his thing, so very, very awesome. And we thank Peggy kindly for sending all of those bacon seeds in. Now, she did send in a couple extra little tidbits afterwards that I didn't load yet. So we will show those ones as well. And I hope nobody's afraid of clowns. This is a kind of a weird picture. I was trying to see if I could spot a second clown in there. And it says it is a very clever optical illusion. If you look long enough, you'll see two clowns looking at each other. Two clowns looking at each other. Boy, I don't know about that. I don't see it. Two clowns looking at each other. I don't know if I have to flip it upside down or sideways or something. I don't see it. Maybe it's just me. I only see one clown there. You are the other clown. Okay. No. If you look long enough, you'll see two clowns looking at each other. Yep. Maybe that's what it is. The other clown is you. Me too. I'm not seeing it at the moment. Anyway, we'll let you guys figure that one out. We'll leave that one be. I do have one more funny that Piggy sent, and we'll see if we can load that real quick as well. And I wish Irish Monk was here, because he would really enjoy that. And this is all about goats, and of course this is the feeling you the feeling when you walk into an air-conditioned building. And there you go. That is pretty awesome. Sue, welcome back, and glad to have you on board. Anyway, that is the last one. Singing goat? No, that it's the feeling you get when you walk back into an air-conditioned building. That is pretty cool. So we'll leave those be. And I guess, Sue, you must have missed the bacon seeds. We'll get rid of these two things here. That's the last one for today. And that was pretty cool. And let's leave that alone. I'm trying to see my clock here. For some reason, it's very dark. I think my battery ran out on my clock. I need to replace it. But that's okay. I'll do it shortly. It takes a couple double A's, so not a big deal. Anyway, that is what we've got there. We had a look at what Iceland is looking like. Matter of fact, where they pointed when I stopped that. Oh, that was looking down towards Meridalier yesterday, and they did point it down. You can see off in the distance there, that's the extent of the lava flow into a Meridalier Valley, or is it further on, somewhere down there. Pretty cool, pretty neat. So that was something they were showing actually earlier today. They had swung that camera around. You do still see some hot spots right in here, and of course that is because there's still lava pushing that hasn't cooled down, so you're still going to see some smoke and a fire there, and we'll also see the extra stuff right in here. So pretty cool. Thanks for the welcome back. You're welcome. And let's see, what else did I want to throw on here? So, yeah, as far as Rebbe, basically being quiet, so we're not going to see a heck of a lot. Your banner for this live stream is not in Bunnyland as it is always. What happened? Did it not get pinned? It didn't get pinned, and that was my bad. I thought I did pin it there. It's now fixed. Thanks for letting me know, Susie, and I appreciate that. It is now pinned up there, so we'll be okay. All right, so let's leave Iceland be. I want to jump around to a couple other volcanoes. Actually, maybe, hang on, I'm trying to see my clock again. I've got enough time to do the volcano report. Let's put you back over onto the lava from Etna from last night. And we'll let that play. And let's see if we can get this other stuff on the screen here. Come on, a banner. Oop. Well, I'll put it there. Okay, that works. Okay, for those good people who are watching, no problem. You're welcome. Okay, all good. Why am I seeing? Oh, that is trying to cure itself. Maybe. I don't know what the heck is going on with my software. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's try that again. That might work now. That, of course, is what it looks like in Iceland right now. And why is this here? Let's remove that. I don't know why that is there. Off it goes. Okay, so that'll work. All right, gremlins. Yep, apparently. All right, a volcano report coming up, and let's see if we can find it real quick here. Lots of stuff from what I see. 7 volcanoes for last night, and of course 8 for today, and 4 separate reports. So we'll look at that. Anyway, late Sunday's volcanic activity, 7 volcanoes. Etna, Sicily, eruption, Strombolian activated, activity observed. Yep, a little bigger than Strombolian. Strombolian is small in comparison, not 300 to 400 meters in height. Reported at 20:30 last night. Ibico, Parameshir Island in the Kuril Islands, south of the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia. That one erupted to 12,000 feet, 3,700 meters, reported at 2,100. Ubanas, continuous emissions to 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters, reported at 2130. Sabancaya in Peru, continuous emissions to 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters at 2230. Almost the same as Ubanas. Semeru, East Java, Indonesia, Avona states up eruption to 15,000 feet or 4,600 meters, reported at 2230. And Avona also report of volcanic ash to 15,000 feet or 4,600 meters for Reventador in Ecuador from 2230. And the last one for yesterday, Sangay in Ecuador, a volcanic ash seen in satellite to 20,000 feet or 6,100 meters, reported at 23:30. Then we've got 8 for today. Popocatépetl in central Mexico, volcanic ash not seen by satellite or webcam, reported at 1 a.m. Possible volcanic ash emissions to 20,000 feet or 6,100 meters, reported at 11:15. Etna in Sicily reported explosive activity ongoing to 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters, reported at 3 a.m. And there are 2 separate email reports from 5:39 this morning and 10:25. Etna now stopped, no ash cloud produced, reported at 14:15. So it was a short-lived eruption. Ubanas in Peru, emissions to 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters, reported at 3:30 this morning. And then continuous ash emissions to 22,000 feet, 6,700 meters, reported at 15:30. Luotolak and Lesser Sunda Islands, Indonesia, Avona states, eruption to 7,000 feet at 2,100 meters, reported at 4 a.m. That one has a separate email report as well. And then Sabancaya in Peru, continuous ash emissions to 24,000 feet, or what is it? It's a buffering. I hate when it buffers. Anyway, at 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters, reported at 4:30. Intermittent emissions of a volcanic ash to 28,000 feet, or 8,500 meters, reported at 1,400. And then continuous ash emissions from Sabancaya in Peru to 24,000 feet, or 7,300 meters, reported at 4:30 this morning. Intermittent emissions of volcanic ash to 28,000 feet, or 8,500 meters, reported at 1,400. Klyashevskoy and Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia, separate email report from 6:07 this morning. Sangay in Ecuador, new volcanic ash emissions to 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters, reported at 7:15 a.m. And Ibico, Parameter Island, Kuril Islands, Russia, possible eruption to at 10,000 feet or 3,000 meters, reported at 16:50. And that is our wonderful volcano report. And we do have 4 separate reports there that we will look at in a few minutes. I am going to go take a break, ladies and gentlemen. So hang in there, and we'll hopefully get a few of you to bop that like button if you haven't done that yet. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Help us grow the channel, and that would really be awesome. This footage does change a little bit. Let's see if we can get it back to the other shot here. There we go. That should just about be on it. There. And yeah, 2:10 a.m. it was still doing quite a bit of that dancing. A lot of smoke in there. And if you're looking off on the left-hand side, you'll see that there's quite a glow going down the hill, and that's where some of that lava flow was going out. But there was also multiple shots of the different events erupting. Anyway, I'm going to leave that on there for right now. I'm going to go take that break, and please stick around. More to come. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. Bop the like button if you haven't done that yet, and I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling, and I'll be back. Maybe. I think I will. Here's some music. go, that microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX on live stream. Thank you for the welcome backs there, oh mummy of hamsters, for a welcome back, Uncle Doc. And thanks, Mars. I just emailed you the latest on the update from HVO. It can pop any day now. Awesome. Thanks, Mars, and thank you, Sue, and thanks, Nancy, and Tanto. Are you heading out? Good night to you if you're heading to the feathers there. Going to bed. Take care, all. Tanto, good night and rest well. All the best to you. And for those good people who missed what we showed earlier here, I will play the video from Michael from Active Volcano. Again, thank you, Sharon Stewart, saying, I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000. I'm sorry, I'm not singing. I'm not in a good mood right now. Actually, I was thinking just to cancel the stream for the rest of the night. It's just not good. Not a good feeling when you get news of your friend passing. And considering he was a year younger than me, that's not really good. Oh boy, I hate when that happens. Anyway, let's stop that for right now. We'll bring that other one back online from Michael, and we'll share that one with you. And there you go. It has a volume, so I'll let you listen to it. I'm going to turn mine off. So yeah, that was some of the activity very early this morning from Mount Etna, and of course that is what we're looking at on the screen right now, and the footage shot there that we just showed with the sound. That is, of course, our wonderful friend there, Michael, Active Nature, who is in Sicily. So he went up there and had a little bit of a video. So I hope things get better soon. Sue, why? What's happening? Oh, yeah, up at Fort McMurray, I see that. Hay River. Yeah, not a good area to be in up there. They did evacuate a whole bunch of people. So hopefully everyone is safe. I hate those darn fires. Wildfires are always nasty. It doesn't matter where they are. You know, they burned and ripped through Fort McMurray before, as well as Slave Lake and other places. And you know, when you see the aftermath of, when you know what it used to look like and you see the aftermath, and you just like your jaw just kind of drops. You know, I remember when Fort McMurray had the big fires, huge difference in the way things were there to what they are now. So. And they're still rebuilding. That's still an ongoing effort to put houses back in the right places. And it's unfortunate, but anyway. A C&D boy is saying, hope for the best for everyone. And that's about all we can do there, C&D boy, is just have our thoughts for those, and hopefully they are there. They don't wait for no one fire. You need a bag. What? Bag near each door. Always keys in your pocket and a phone. Yep, and keep that phone charged and have a plan. That is the most important thing. Is have a plan, and you know, have a plan that has. Part A and Part B and Part C and possibly even D and E and F, just in case a Plan A isn't good enough. So you gotta have all those things in place in your own mind, and have it your stuff ready to go, a bug out pack to make things happen, and hopefully some of you will actually do that. Each bank has a charge pack. Weapon is a shocker. Oh, okay. Yep, a zapper. We aren't allowed to have those zappers here. I wish we could, but that's okay. We probably zap too many people. Everyone needs a small bug-out trailer. Yep. That is a kind of a smart thing. Going south. You got through it. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know about showing too many other things tonight, because of the present situation with my friend having passed away during the night. I think I will. Shut down the stream pretty quick here. I will show those other reports yet. I'm going to load those real fast and see if we can do that at least. I don't want to let those go to waste. So hang in there for that. And we'll do our thing here. Let's see if we can unload some of those. And let's see, and we'll load that one, and this one, and this one, and that one. Okay, and that'll work on it. Yeah, thank you guys. It is just one of those things. Sometimes, nature takes it as it wants and does what it does, and there's not a heck of a lot we can do to stop it. Yeah, my friend passed away at the age of 60, and just a little younger than me, and I'm very saddened by that. Anyway, it is one of those things. Let's see. Let's go over here and we'll go through some of those reports. Okay, so this one is one from Mount Etna, Sicily, Italy, paroxysm episode followed intense Strombolian activity last night. Impressive lava fountains and new lava flows from the southeast crater, and we'll show you where those craters are in comparison to what we have seen. So we'll take a look at that. Let's just click on that. So a very neat shot. We kind of seen those already with our lava footage, and this of course is the wild shaker map, and you can see that how weird that is, and that it went all the way up. So the unusual sharp spike in tremor preceded the paroxysm onset, and it's a strong decline afterwards. And I'm really kind of surprised how quickly that died out. And that was a relatively small eruption. Anyway, I think that's it for that one. That's a different volcano and a different lava pond, I think. Rim of Marur Center. Oh, I'm not sure what volcano that is. Anyway, we'll look at those later, but the report here says ING Volcano Observatory reported that the Strombolian activity from the southeast crater began to increase late last night. Okay, the eruption had been picking up gradually from 1840, which became stronger and continuous. Defined by a pulsating lava fountain episode, likely to be classified as a paroxysm from the crater, accompanied by continuous dense ash emissions, glowing ballistic lapilli to bomb-sized scoria material has been regularly ejected onto the outer slopes of the crater, and caused small incandescent avalanches from accessible webcam points in the eruptive site. The height of the fountain seemed to have surpassed by some lava jets several hundred of meters by the vent. From what we were seeing last night, they were exceeding 300 meters. The result in the new lava flow triggering from the southeastern flank of the southeast crater. And that's got me a little confused that they're talking about the southeast crater. I thought this was coming out of the very top, not the southeast crater. The live stream of the ongoing eruption available here indicates the likelihood of a reduced activity at the southeast crater summit, and showing active and brownish ash emissions described as earthy. They're earthy. This could mean that most of the emitted material might be from older lava rocks in the summit crater or inside the vent right now. So yeah, that was one of the things that I was going to kind of comment on last night when we were watching this. It was at some points in time there was so much of that really dark black material coming out. I thought there might be some organics that were partially decayed into possibly oils or something because of the way it was burning. And it was a kind of interesting, especially seeing the that rocket vent that we kind of witnessed in Michael's video. You know, when you have it venting out that quickly, there's usually a lot of gas along with it, and that gas being flammable, and of course throwing out a dark ash afterwards leads you to believe there's something there. Anyway, pretty cool stuff. So Etna doing its thing. Next volcano on the list is this beauty, and it too has a Strombolian activity within the summit crater at Klyushevskoy volcano on the 6th of August. So that was pretty awesome. I like that shot. Very, very nice. Next one is the satellite image. Time-lapse of the volcano's activity depicted a lava flow development within a 2-month period. So that is a 2 months worth going by as the satellites peak over top. So it did have some lava coming down. That's pretty awesome. And let's see, I gotta call a hospital and the cops tomorrow. What? Friends are missing. That's not good. And a NASA photo of the eruption of Klyushevskoy volcano on September 30th in 1994. That's an oldie. The volcano's largest explosion in 40 years. And it says the large. I don't know what that means, but the largest. That is pretty cool. And there it just shows where it is on the Kamchatka Peninsula, so you guys can always kind of see this bay. Klyushevskoy is right in here, Shivlish up in the top, and Karimsky down here on the bottom. So that's kind of what we got there. Anything else? Nope, something different. We'll leave that. Anyway, it says the effusive eruption at the volcano continues at reduced levels. The lava flow from the summit vent continues to be active. However, a recent satellite images see the attached time lapse of the heat and radiation of the flow hint a decrease trending or trend of its advance some time from August 2nd. Thus, the activity seems to be restricted to those to the close vicinity of the summit crater now. The volcano entered a new effusive phase in late June this year and is still going on. So pretty good. And the U.S. company is owned by China. Hellmann's Mayonnaise. And darn it. Anyway, and that is okay for that one. Let's go take a look at the next one, Luotolak. And that is Luotolak volcano, Lesser Sunda Island. It too has popped a little bit again, and we can see that a plume explosion from Luotolak volcano this morning, and that is pretty awesome. Looking at the next shot here, the ongoing strong thermal anomaly within the caldera of Luotolak volcano and its eastern lava flow indicated from Sentinel-2. So pretty cool and a nice and clear shot, being able to see down quite deep. All right, and we all know where that is. Don't go there. I don't know. Don't go there, you'll fall in. You don't want to go there. Whoop, I killed that one. I didn't want to do that. Let's see, the explosive eruption at the volcano continues. Strombolian and occasional large volcanic type explosions continue to take place from the summit crater within the main caldera. The PV-MBG surveillance camera observed 2 eruptions over the past 2 days. Gray ash plumes rose approximately 700 to 800 meters above the summit and drifted towards the west and northwest of the volcano. And we don't need the rest of it. That's all good. Let's go grab the next one. And that is another report on our wonderful Mount Etna in Sicily. And let's see, that shot, I don't know, oh, they got that off the same cam. Cool. Anyway, and that is they're saying that's from the southeast crater. It's okay. Well, I get into that in a minute. The confusion I have with it. That is not from this. So the recent paroxysm phase ended, and the activity of the volcano returned to background pre-eruption levels, the INGV reported. Pulsating lava fountains from the southeast crater ceased at around 20 minutes after 3 UTC. Thereafter, the volcano became calm, with only venting of continuous small emissions of ash from the crater. At 5:50 a.m. UTC, it switched onto to an intermittent phase. Meanwhile, the lava flow on the southwestern flank of the southeast crater stopped to be active, and the highly elevated tectonic volcanic tremor, which reached a peak at 1:20 UTC, decreased back to medium levels by 3:20. Currently located at an altitude of 2,700 meters beneath the southeastern crater. So, okay, we're missing stuff there. Awesome. Anyway, let's, no, I didn't want to put you back there. And they're still looking at down there. I guess they moved that camera earlier. Anyway, there's that wonderful archive footage. I don't want to sound weird here, guys, but I'm not feeling very good and happy today. Of course, you already know. And I think I'm going to shut the stream down early, and we'll leave the SO2 and stuff. Maybe we can have a real quick peek at earthquakes, just really quick. We won't go through them though. I just want to see what's shaken, maybe just list a couple of the big ones. Wrong map, and there we go. Did see a couple of quakes. We have a huge one here, 6.1, and San Jose Village, North Mariana Islands. I hope those guys are okay. That is a huge. We see another one over here in Myanmar, 5.3, or that is India, so what they're saying. So India, Bangladesh region. Another one here, 5.9, Prince Edward Island, south of Africa. So a few shakers going on there. Even up here in the wonderful Aleutian Islands, we had a bigger one as well, a 5.0. And that, of course, will affect our friends over here. And these, of course, are ongoing volcanoes. Shisheldon and Pavlov in that area. Another 4.2 up there as well. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't really want to sit here too much longer. I'm going to put you back onto the lava. I will let this play for a while yet. You should take a quick look at Hawaii while we're here. Well, I could take a quick look at Hawaii. I don't want to go through all the earthquakes there, but that is Hawaii on the big island. And we do see a couple quakes in the water here as well, 2.5 and 1.9. There one's yesterday, the other one 8:04 this morning, and we do have some quakes happening in Pahala as well as on top of our Kilauea. So Kilauea may come to life. We do see quite a few quakes in that little area there, and just looking at them, they're ranging from looks like about a 0.3 to about well, the biggest one I seen in there is a 2.1, so that gives you a pretty good idea of what has been happening in that area. Yeah, let's just see if we can bring Hawaii on here for a second, and that is of course the feed from our wonderful Kilauea. I just gotta find where it is on my screens here. I'm not seeing it. Hawaii, where are you? I don't see you. That is not it. There it is. And that is what we're seeing right now. So just to reference what you've got, and you see that whole area is dropped down quite a bit. You can see that ridge. And that of course lost a lot of lava. That's the old side vent there. And the lava pond, I was trying to decipher it from the other day, but it almost looks like it's kind of deformed, and that would have been in here. Interesting to see. So we'll see what happens in the future, and likely going to get another eruption there. So anyway, that is all good for right now, and I'll put it back to the lava, and I'll just leave that on for a couple of more hours there. Of course, the archive, the footage. Let me see if I can fix that up a little bit. It did go quiet for a little while there, so let's see if we can fix that up for you, and move it ahead just a little bit so we see what's going on. All right, so yeah, I'm going to wrap it up for today, you guys. Thanks everyone for being here, and we appreciate all of you. And I'm going to just relax here for a bit and get some thoughts together so I can put a proper response to my friend's passing. Anyway, be good and be kind and take care of yourselves, you guys. And oh, there is the craters, and you see where the southeast crater is there. That's why I'm a little confused. The one I was pointing the arrows to there, the Boca Nuovo, is the one that I thought was erupting, and I may have been wrong. That southeast crater I didn't think was higher. But from what we were seeing last night, we were seeing multiple craters erupting. It wasn't just one. It's too bad about your friend's past. Yeah, it is very sad. So anyway, let's keep that going, and we'll move that forward a little bit. There you go. And some buffering on that part. Let's see if we can move it ahead a little bit more. I know there was a lot of buffering going on last night, so we had to do what we could to switch stuff and keep the lava flowing, if you know what I'm saying. But this shot right here is actually where you can kind of tell we've got multiple vents happening, and you can see the one down here. There's a one vent right there. Not sure which one that is. There's another vent right behind this, and then you've got the big one in the back there. Then you've got another little one right in here, and then you've got that other one on the other side. So I think this might have been that little jet engine one. So you've got multiple vents there that were active last night. And by the way, thank you, Rayola. I read what you put there earlier, and thanks. Anyway, I'm going to leave it as that, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope tomorrow is a better Tuesday than my Monday ending. Tough day at work, and then, of course, then you get this extra stuff dumped on you in the evening. That's sad. Anyway, I'm going to finish off. So a big thank you to our moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy and Sue and C&D Boy and Yvonne Kunkel and Siggy and Gary 24/7 Live, AZ Skies, as well as Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields, Texas, and Mona Lisa Smiles, and a few others. Thank you, moderators. I hope I got them all there. And so I see Sue and C&D Boy were in the channel, actually. C&D Boy was Mr. Waterman, so he's in and out. Anyway, yeah, you all be good, and we'll be back tomorrow with another wonderful stream. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the fresh canned lava, and we may show that a couple more times. But yeah, that is freshly canned from last night / this morning. Sicily time, that is. So it's actually the next day in Sicily already as well. But it was nice seeing it. Time to load up the starship. Yep. Thanks, Mars, and thanks, Sue, and thank you, Sharon Stewart, and thank you, everyone, for watching. Appreciate all of you. Be good, be kind, and take care of yourselves. And please, please remember, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight. For tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, and oink oink.